It's a rhetorical question. A rhetorical question, you don't need an answer, of course, and you might find the answers inside that. So, what is love? Maybe it is that instant recognition, the flicker of, I have seen you before, the self-echo in the soul that whispers, this moment matters. Maybe love is what happens when destiny grows tired of waiting and decides to bump two hearts into each other, first in a Christmas car ride, then again in a swim class where neither learned to swim, but both learned to stay afloat in something far deeper. What is love? Maybe it is a memory disguised as discovery, a quiet deja vu, the feeling that says, I have known you long before I knew your name. It could be that love is not found at all. Perhaps it simply awakens when the right soul walks by. Is love fate or choice? Perhaps both. For fate introduces choice stays. Even Romeo needed Juliet to say yes. Even Jack had to climb aboard before the ship sailed. And perhaps in their own way, Lughano and Fabriece found themselves on their own Titanic, a voyage not doomed to sink, but blessed to sail steady, anchored in patience, laughter, and divine timing. What is love? Maybe it is not a thunder, but a rainfall. Not a fireworks, but a candlelight that never goes out. It doesn't always shout. Sometimes it hums softly. In shared playlists and long car rides, in I will pick you up and text me when you are home. Maybe love is found not in grand gestures, but in the sacred online, in showing up again and again when no one is watching. What is love? What if love is a mirror, one that reflects not what we want, but what we need? It humbles, defines, and reveals. It teaches us that to love is not to possess, but to recognize the divine in another, and not to bow before it with reverence. Love them might be the soul's remembering. It is the mind's surrender to something older than thoughts. A melody that began before time and still plays quietly beneath our days. It is what makes strangers familiar, what turns a bus stop into a chapter and ordinary drive into a promise. Maybe love is the universe keeping its oldest promise, that the two who are meant to meet will meet, even if they must wander through oceans of coincidence to do so. Maybe it's not random. Maybe love is a divine choreography. So what is love? And perhaps that is why when Fabrice looked at her and she asked, have we met before? The answer was already written in eternity. Yes, yes, my love, we've met before. Love had been waiting patient and invisible for its cue to enter the scene. So what is love? It is not just what poets describe or movies romanticize. It is not only Romeo defying houses nor Jack sketching on the deck. It is the everyday miracle of two hearts that finally recognize each other and decide to stay. And so Lughano and Fabriece, maybe your story reminds us that love is more than chance. It is more than a chemistry, it is a calling. It is less about perfection and more about persistence. It is less about finding the right person, but more about becoming the right pair. What is love? Maybe love is this. The art of remembering what heaven never forgets. The courage to trust what feels eternal. The quiet and unstoppable grace of two souls finally coming home. So if I'm to ask you today, what is love? Maybe love lies here. Thank you.